Like if you wore the stripper shoes, you were like a lower class person. And now it's just so mainstream. It's hard to get used to, but she had her stripper shoes on. She's going through her stripper era, her midlife crisis, and everybody knows it. It's just weird to watch it unfold on reality television.
I don't know if Kyle knows it.
Everybody has said it to her, including her quote unquote friend, girlfriend,
Morgan.
storyline, whatever she wants to consider Morgan to be, said that even the viewers, the people that were watching it and commenting on Morgan's social media, they saw it. So everybody sees it but Kyle. But that's, I guess, like me seeing that the relationship was, not going to emotionally fulfill her, and she didn't see it. So I think she doesn't see things she doesn't want to see. She just ignores it.
She doesn't see things she doesn't want to see. And the thing about Sutton, I mean, is that I think she's needed on the show because she just recently she made it clear she gets $300,000 a month tax-free of alimony from her ex. So Sutton has real money. So
Right.
That is, to me, like, she doesn't, like, look, you have the fame. If she were never on the show again, she's still Sutton now.
Right.
Yes, it helps to be there, but I really think that does psychologically, you just are there. You're like, I mean, what, you're going to take my, $300,000 paycheck for the year? I make that in a month. Like, don't do me any favors.
Right. Well,
So,
Kyle has a problem, it seems, with women who have money. And I saw that with Camille in that first season when I was sitting at the table, and even Camille telling me about how there was this woman on this reality show that all she does is attack Camille. That was the first time I ever heard about Kyle. And I had talked to Kelsey about it as well. And he sort of reiterated, yeah, Camille doesn't know how to push back. And maybe she got better at that as time went on, but she doesn't know how to push back. So, will you go with her? Will you be her friend? And I was just thinking, why is she on this show if that's how she's treated on the show in the first place? That I didn't understand, but I, was good friends with them. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll go with you to this girls' night. And if somebody gets out of hand, I'll have your back. And that's what I did. So I let her and Faye go at it when it came to the penthouse showdown of whose was a, sort of a lingerie piece and who was trashier. And they were going back and forth. Was kind of fascinating to watch. I enjoyed that.
Camille, to me, I mean, now, of course, we don't know how it's edited, but I mean, I think she's like a deer in headlights of like, wait, this isn't 13 seasons ago. Like, things have changed. I know she's been here in little droves throughout the year, but she didn't get one damn word in edgewise.
I thought they missed some opportunities there. The producers, I think they'd get a little piece of red meat and they'd focus on that and try and drag it out when there were other people at the table that there should have been interaction. There were too many people at the table. It was sort of white noise trying to keep up with who's that person. I've never seen that person. Oh, that's just a friend that she brought. It was too much. I found it, it looked more like a spectator sport, like a bunch of people watching a tennis match where the ball was just getting lobbed back and forth. And so I don't know about you. I thought there were a lot of storylines that they could have made more episodes from. And I mean, they did 4 hours with me. Why not do 4 hours there and actually address Camille and Kyle and the issues they had and Faye and those issues rather than just focusing on Denise looking sort of messy. I don't know how Denise could have gone on that show, though, especially not sober, and thought in any way that they were ever going to paint her in a good light. So I don't understand. But again, I don't think she's in a good place, Denise. And with everything going on in her life, having been with Charlie Sheen and had kids with him, I mean, he wasn't in the best place either. I mean, he was a little, in the stratosphere himself. So who knows how the kids are now. as they get older. Did they have two girls? I don't remember.
There's one, well, her oldest daughter, Sammy, is on OnlyFans, and her and Charlie both had issues. She was supportive before Charlie was. Apparently now Charlie's supportive because she bought a Mercedes and a house with her OnlyFans money. So Charlie is on board now. That is from Denise's mouth, as she's done an interview and said that. So as you say, this is how it is in Hollywood, and this is why you moved your daughters and wanted to raise your family outside of Beverly Hills and Hollywood.
Exactly right. I mean, what a thing to teach your kid. It's okay to do something that sort of is demeaning to yourself. And I mean, it's her body. She can do what she wants, but she's pretty young to be making that kind of decision. And the fact that she can afford a Mercedes and a house, I mean, yes, good for her, but let's talk about your path and where you see yourself in 20 years. It would be a good conversation.
And also, it's, here we go again. Like, what is just with any influencer or anything online, like, okay, you had a good year. Now it's January 1st. Is next year going to be as revenue driven? Like, I wouldn't, do we need a house and a Mercedes? Like, what's the 5-year plan? If you made money, great. Let's stretch it out and not spend it all in one moment.
Invest it.
Yeah.
Investing it would be good. But again, this is Charlie Sheen, and he's Hollywood royalty. So, I wouldn't think that the daughter and the granddaughter of Martin Sheen would be hurting for money, to where it's not like she's just off the street from, a lower income area trying to make it. This is somebody who comes from money. So why didn't they just loan her one of their houses or buy her own Mercedes? I don't think Charlie, and it's such a karmic, beautiful, pointed picture that his daughter grew up to do that, because he was a lover of hookers forever. And the fact that his daughter grew up to sort of go into that adult entertainment genre is not a surprise that happened. And it does force him to look in the mirror of how he saw all the women that he paid for over the years. So I love Charlie Sheen, but it's different when you have kids. The universe sometimes gives us a mirror that comes as a child for us to really look at our own self and question our own choices. So I think he really had no choice but to relent, and in order to be in her life. I don't know.
Yes. Because and also I think with Denise is, look, I think she had this horrible experience the first time around because, this really